Okay, in this video I'm going to show you a really cool feature that SAS has called AUTOEXEC. And this is just a simple pointer that allows you to preload really anything that you want. It's essentially like having SAS run an entire program before you even start up in SAS. So what we're looking at here is what I see pretty frequently, especially with newer analysts. You see a lot of libraries up at the top of programs. And this is just, not typically good practice. A few reasons for that. It's kind of inefficient. Typically, you're going to have to go find these libraries in previous programs, or you might not remember the entire path. So they're prone to error. They're not really efficient, and it's just it's just taking up space. So what will allow you to do with this little feature is get rid of this entire section. And actually you could get rid of maybe some macro variables if there's things that you're consistently using on a regular basis that you would want to always have available when you start up. So in this case I've got these three libnames statements, and you can see those three libraries that they're pointing to, those three folders. But typically you could have a bunch of connections. You might have a SQL Server, an ODBC connection, anything. So I just use these as samples to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Now the key to this is having this SAS program, and I just called it all of my libraries.sas. But this is what I'm going to be pointing SAS to. And here you can see I've just copied and pasted those three libname statements that I use on a regular basis. So just a notepad file, or a SAS file that I've opened in Notepad. And then now I'm going to jump to the desktop, show you how this all works. So here I'm just going to make a copy of the SAS icon. And I'm going to rename it and call it SAS with libraries. And then now I'm going to jump into the properties menu, and you can see the target that it's pointing to, that .exe file. Right after that path I'm going to have a space, a dash, the full word AUTOEXEC, another space, and then I'm going to point it to that file that I created that contains all my libraries. In this case it's sitting in this C my SAS folder, and it's just called all of my libraries.sas. And I have it in double quotes, although technically since the path doesn't have any spaces, I don't really need that. I'm just going to hit OK. And now that little command just told, now when I load this icon, it's going to pull in everything from that program. SAS is just going to run that whole file. And I'll show you what I mean. I've already got a second session of SAS open, so it gives me that warning. But right there in the log, I can see those three files. Three libname statements ran successfully. And there you go, the AUTOEXEC processing completed. So this is a really useful shortcut, and I hope it saves you a lot of time and helps out. It's especially going to be helpful if you're working for a larger company and you can have everybody in your own team, maybe in your entire department, all feeding off of one big file that contains all of your paths. And then all of those libraries will load every time you open SAS. So I hope that benefits you. Make sure you subscribe for more videos, more tips and tricks for SAS. Thanks for watching.